to our third and last group counseling session. So how are you all doing today?
Good.
Did you guys have a nice weekend?
Yes.
Okay, great. So like always, we're going to go over our group rules. Who would like to read them out loud, please?
Confidentiality, participate, be positive, listen, and be respectful.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. So before we begin our lesson for today, we're going to do a fun activity that it's called Deserted Island. So we're going to pretend that you are in an island, a deserted island for a whole year. You will have the essentials, so you don't need food, water, clothes, all that you will have. So if there's 3 items that you can take, which would be 1 song, 1 book, and 1 luxury item, what would they be? Okay, so I want you to think about it, and then we will talk about that, okay? Any questions? Yes.
What's a luxury item?
Luxury item is, it's not essential for you to survive or to live, like, you know, so it's just anything extra. Okay, yes? Do you have any question? Oh, okay, so I'll give you a couple of minutes to think about it, or do you want something to write on? I could give you that too. Do you want to write about it and then? No? Okay. Okay, so a couple of minutes, okay?
Wait, what was the
One song, 1 book, and 1 luxury item.
What if you don't read?
Yeah.
I'm just
You don't read?
I'm just kidding, I do.
Okay. Couple of minutes to think about. Okay, so did you guys think about it?
Yeah.
Okay, does somebody want to start? Bree.
A book I would bring is Paper Towns because I watched the movie and then like the book seems like better.
Okay.
That's what I heard like from people.
Okay, so
And
that's your
then
book.
a song that I'll bring, is Purpose by Justin Bieber because I don't know, it's like a really good song and I never get over it.
Isn't that an album?
No, it's the song.
Oh.
Wait, yeah,
Oh.
it is, yeah.
Okay.
Wait. Yeah, I think, yeah, it
It
is.
is? Okay.
Yeah, it's a song. And then
Your luxury item.
I would bring like a notebook or like something to write in about like
To
what
have
I do
like
every day.
A
Like,
journal?
Yeah, a
diary?
journal.
Okay, that's
Like
neat.
every day, like what happens and just write in it.
Yeah, cool. That's really smart. Okay, great. Thank you. Suhei.
Okay, for a book I'd bring The Fault in Our Stars because I love that book.
Okay.
And then for my favorite song, or like a song, would be Sorry by Justin Bieber. And for my item, I'll bring a dog, so like we can go hunting with me.
Okay.
Even though we already got food.
Not that you're alone.
Yeah.
Okay, that's nice. Who else? Diana.
For my book, I would take Me and Earl and the Dying Girl because it's really funny and I really liked it. Yeah, it's good.
Okay.
And then for my song, I would choose Pas de Cheval by Panic at the Disco because it's really catchy and I really like it. And then for my item, I'd take a Walkman, which is like the things you used to carry CDs in like the 90s or something. Because I can have all my music in there.
Okay.
I know, but you could, yeah.
You know that they exist.
Yeah.
Okay. That's good. Okay. And
Okay.
do you want to go next?
Alright, I'll go as well. Okay.
Might as well. I can go next if you want it.
Okay. The book I would take would be Eleanor Park because I think it's a really cute book and I love reading it. The song I would listen to would be Homecoming by Green Day because I really like that song. And my luxury item would be my dog too.
Your dog too. Okay.
Because I
That's
love
good.
my dog.
Okay, so now it's my turn. For the book, I would take, I like fantasy books, so I would take The Chronicles of Narnia.
Oh, have you seen the movie?
Yeah.
And
And then the song that I would take would be The Climb by Miley Cyrus.
That's
I
a
think
good
that's
song.
a
Oh,
really
yeah.
I always
motivational
listen to
song.
that.
Yeah, that's kind of a motivational song. And the item, I think I would take a watch. I don't know. I like to know the time. I I think I would like to know, what time it is. And,
Time to go to bed.
yeah, or something. Okay. Well, thank you all for sharing. Okay, girls. So since this is our last session, I want to do a little recap of our prior group sessions. So our first session, we kind of talked a little bit about self-acceptance and the way we, we have relationships with other people and the importance of respecting, right? What other people feel or think. Does anybody remember anything about the first session? What things you talked about? Yes.
Not to compare yourself with other people.
Good, thank you.
To be yourself and you don't have to have the same beliefs as someone else.
Yes, thank you.
To be unique.
To be unique, great, thank you. Okay, in our second session, we talked about communication, right? And how relationships can be affected depending on our expectations, if they were reasonable or unreasonable, correct? Does somebody want to add anything else about our last session? Yes, Diana?
To know how to communicate with other people.
That's really important, right? Anybody else have anything to add? Yes, Sue.
To only expect reasonable things from other people.
Great, thank you. Okay, this third session today, the topic is we're going to be talking about advantages and disadvantages of things that we do to gain social approval. Do we all know what social approval means? Diana?
So it's like how to be approved by everyone around you, so you can feel like you feel like you feel in.
Okay. Like that you belong?
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else?
To try to fit in.
To try to fit in. Okay, great. So that's what we're going to be talking about today, and we're going to be doing some activities, okay? Okay, great. Okay, so sometimes we do things because we want to, and sometimes we do things because we want others' approval, correct?
To fit in.
To try and fit in, okay. So what do you think is the difference between doing something because you feel it's right for you, or doing something because you want to fit in or have somebody else's approval? So what do you think is the difference?
Sometimes when you want to fit in, you do things out of hand, like really messed up things.
Okay.
Like bad things.
Bad, you could do bad things, okay.
To be cool, like to fit in.
To fit in,
And then yeah. And then when you do something out of your that you want, you feel comfortable doing it, and then when you do it to be because everyone else is doing it, you probably don't feel as comfortable anymore.
You're not being yourself.
Okay, good. So we're clear on that. So I'm going to show you some pictures, and then I just want you to tell me what you see, and then what do you think are the consequences of doing this, okay? So what do you see in this picture?
Smoking.
Okay. And what about in this picture?
Drinking.
Okay. So what do you think about this? Are these things that, do they have consequences or not?
Yeah.
You could end up in trouble.
You can get
And
You can get lung cancer.
Yeah. So there's a lot of consequences for doing stuff like that, right? And do you think sometimes people do it to get, because they want to? Or do they do it to fit in?
It's like
Okay. So there's sometimes we have a lot of peer pressure, right, to do stuff like this? Okay. So now this picture.
We see people making out.
Making out. What else?
That's kind of
Kissing.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you sometimes think girls do this because they want to? Or do you sometimes think
maybe
they do
because
it
they're in
because...
love.
Well,
Because
yeah,
they're in love.
they want to, or they could be forced into it.
Yeah, sometimes.
By their friends.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, sometimes.
Do you think sometimes girls might think because she has a boyfriend, I need to have a boyfriend?
I feel like
Yeah.
that hardly happens, so
No.
rarely.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like,
So
oh,
it's
Diana
more
has
like
a boyfriend, I'm gonna go get one.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I'm going to show you this picture over here.
Oh, they're kicking her.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What other kind? I mean, this shows physical, right? But what other kinds of things happen sometimes? You know, these
Cyberbullying.
or verbal, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So sometimes, you know, girls can also get into discussions and try and hurt some others, right? And do you think sometimes it's because of that? Do you think sometimes it's because they want to? Or do you think sometimes girls are kind of like, oh, you know, she said this and that, and let's go.
Yeah, I think it's that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, you know, those are, and it has consequences, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Not so long ago, I heard that like some girl got jumped and she ended up dying because like a whole bunch of girls like went
Yeah.
at her and she died over boys, I guess.
Oh yeah, that's been on like social media a lot.
Yeah.
Like what's happening.
So it does have consequences, right? Yeah. And sometimes they're very devastating.
Yeah.
Okay. So now I'm going to show you this one. What do you see here?
Model in a room.
Yeah, it's like the
Well, it's clothes, right?
Yeah.
Okay, different kinds of clothes. So sometimes do we wear things because we want to, because that's what we like?
Yeah.
And do you think sometimes we wear things because other girls are wearing it?
It's kind
And
of what's in style, like
what's in
Yeah.
style?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or
Yeah.
maybe they just feel confident wearing stuff like
Okay.
that.
yeah.
Depends.
Okay. And I'm going to show you this picture.
Oh.
Piercing.
Yeah,
like
So piercing. Do you think sometimes girls do it because, you know, other girls have it, or their boyfriend has it, or?
it could be a face. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think a lot
I
of
think it's a phase.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, girls, so now we're going to work on a worksheet that I'm going to give you all. I want you to work in pairs. You're going to be reading what's on your worksheet and discussing your answers, writing them down, and after you guys are done, we're going to talk about it, okay? So let me pass, can you pass this to, let's see. Okay, and there's one pencil. One more. Okay, great. Okay. Okay, so work in pairs and discuss your answers, and I'll give you a few minutes to finish that up, okay? Okay, girls, so you guys are all done?
Yeah.
Okay, so who would like to read the first situation?
I think Bree does.
Yeah.
She does.
No.
She said
I insist. Okay, great, read the first one.
Okay, so Chad and Thomas are going to a movie. Next to the theater is a video arcade. Because they have a few minutes before the movie starts, they go inside. They see some kids from their school who invite them to come out on the parking lot and have a few beers. What could happen if Chad and Tom go? What could happen if they don't go?
Okay, so you were supposed to list the consequences, right? If they did or they didn't give in to peer pressure. So what did you guys decide on this?
If they did go, they'd probably get drunk and even get hurt because a car can run them over or something.
Okay, thank you. Yes.
If they don't go, they could be unpopular, and there's a lot of like friends.
Okay,
And then people call them names too.
you can call them names. Thank you.
And then if they go and they get caught, they can get in a lot of trouble for it.
With the police and
With the parents and parents, yes. So there are consequences, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, who wants to read the second situation? Okay, Val.
Marcia and Tim have been going out for about a month. Tim calls Marcia and tells her that his parents are gone for the night and he wants her to come over. Tim is older and has been urging Marcia not to be so uptight about making out with him. Marcia really likes Tim, but she can't decide what to do. What could happen if Marcia does go? What could happen if she doesn't?
Okay, so what are the consequences? Sude.
Okay, if she does go, she'll get out of her comfort zone and like do things she doesn't want to do. She's not comfortable with.
Okay. Bree?
Yeah, like what Sue said, like she could get uncomfortable and like it could like maybe lead to other things.
What other things?
Be more
Like,
specific.
like, well, she could like possibly like get pregnant, I guess.
Yeah.
It's like,
Well,
yeah.
yes, yes.
Yeah,
That can
because
happen.
it could just like lead to different things
Exactly.
that shouldn't happen.
She can get raped
Mhm.
because it said that he's older.
Okay.
And maybe she's like doesn't like feel comfortable, so.
Thank you. Yeah.
And then if she doesn't go, they might break up because he's like mad because she doesn't want to do it.
I was gonna say that, but they'll like argue and stuff.
Okay. Okay. So, anything else? No? Okay, so let's go to situation number 3. Who would like to read that one? Suhey?
Jenny and Sarah have been friends for a long time, but lately Jenny has been hanging around with a different crowd and hasn't called Sarah much. However, Jenny calls and asks Sarah to a party Friday night. Sarah goes to the party, but when she gets there, she noticed that a lot of kids are smoking pot. Jenny urges Sarah to try it, saying that it won't hurt anything. But what could happen if Sarah does try it? What could happen if she doesn't try it?
Okay.
Well, if she does try it, she could like possibly like get high. And
Possibly?
Then, well, if she does, okay. Okay, well, and then she could, she'll get high. And then like she could like do stupid things.
Okay, what kind of stupid things?
Well, they could like end up somewhere like they don't want to be.
Okay.
And like even like they could probably get like in a car or something, and then they could like get in an accident too.
Okay, anybody else for number 3? Consequences? Yeah.
If she doesn't go, she doesn't like fit in.
People start making fun of her.
Are we done with number 3? Okay, number 4, situation. Who has not read? Diana.
Tanya is really smart, but she gets tired of having her friends call her a nerd and a bookworm all the time. Since she's been little, she has wanted to be a doctor. When her friends call her and want her to do things and she says she has to study, they make fun of her. She thinks she might be losing her friends. What would happen if Tanya continues to study? What could happen if she doesn't continue to study?
Okay. Suhey.
If she continues to study and all that, she'll maybe become a doctor like she always wanted to be.
Yeah, that's a good consequence. Okay.
But if she does continue to study, like in a bad way, she might lose some of her friends because they will like make fun of her.
Okay, so she'll lose friends. Anybody else? Suhey?
If she doesn't continue studying, she will like maybe end up homeless and like be a nobody.
Okay, great. Anybody else has anything to add? No? Okay. Well, we are done with today's lesson. Does anybody have any questions regarding what we've talked about today? No? Okay, so we're going to go around and I want you to tell me one thing that you learned of today's lesson that would help you. So let's start over here today.
Don't do drugs. Yeah.
Don't do drugs? Okay.
Don't do bad stuff. You regret later on.
Okay.
Um, Know your limits and like don't do things just because other people are doing it.
Okay, thank you.
Like don't do things you don't feel comfortable doing,
Mm-hmm.
and like so you could end up like in a lot of trouble too.
Okay, thank you.
Know what's good and what's bad with like people around you, and what to do.
Okay, great. So just remember that, peer pressure doesn't have to make you do things that you don't want to do. Okay? Okay, great. Thank you all. So I wanted to, wish you well and appreciate that you guys participated in our group sessions and that you were always here and sharing and being on time. I'm going to be handing out some surveys for you to fill out regarding our sessions. You're going to be evaluating them. And if there's any other questions, then we are done. Okay? Yes, Annette?
I wanted to thank you for showing us all these things and taking care of us.
Oh, thank you.
You're so welcome.
Aw, you're welcome. Thank you so much. Okay, thank you all. Thank you.